like this say he doesn't want to lock up drug pushers anymore.
In other words, getting drug offenders out of jail, thinking of jail not as the first response or the primary response for drug offenses.
Hennessy's argument that drug pushers should be sent to treatment or halfway houses is purely practical. The jailing of drug offenders, he says, costs too much money, never changes anyone's behavior, and most important, because drug dealers are a third of his overcrowded jail, it forces the release of violent criminals.
If you've got nonviolent offenders taking up a bed and you release in prisons early, that means you're releasing some violent offender, some predator into the community to make room in your jail for some drug user. And that's stupid.
In my opinion, that's a quick fix.
But J. Rue Brown, a narcotics cop in Washington, D.C., thinks Hennessy's ideas amount to surrender in the war on drugs.
The battle that we're fighting is an important one, and I guarantee you that that next generation depends on how well we fight this battle.
Sheriff Hennessy agrees, but says Detective Brown is losing that battle.
Do you mean to say that punishment of those who break society's laws isn't working?
Yes, punishment is not working in terms of changing their lives. And punishment is not working in terms of making our community safer.
If Sheriff Hennessy's ideas sound at all radical to you, the truth is his ideas are mild. There are now some highly respected judges and legal experts who believe that to really make society safer, hard drugs like heroin and cocaine would be legalized outright.
I think maybe now it's becoming thinkable, and it certainly should be thinkable.
New York federal judge Robert Sweet says if safe streets are the issue, then drugs should be legal. He recalls Prohibition. When America legalized the drug alcohol, Sweet says, the turf wars and gang violence ended.
What happened was the profit went out of it. I mean, the illegal profit went out of it, and the violence went out of it. The Dutch Schultzes, the Al Capones, the gangs riding the streets with the machine guns, all stopped.
This is a heroin area. This is where heroin is sold.
Out on the street, seeing the impact of drugs, J. Rue Brown thinks Judge Sweet doesn't get it.
If we legalize drugs, that the addict population would quadruple.
We'd explode in drug use.
Oh, without a doubt. And I don't think society is willing to pay that price or is able to pay that particular price.
Wouldn't there be less killings over turf and over money?
Not necessarily. They will find a way to divert those substances that we have legitimized to the black market. It always happens that way.
This front line in the drug war, then, is divided between those who see the drug laws as the very cause of problems and those who see the war on drugs, with flaws included, as the only way to protect society from its own weakness.
Gentlemen, I'm ready to deal.
In Washington, Wyatt Andrews for Eye on America.